cropped hair, caught my stare, and gave me a curt nod of acknowledgement. Startled, I lifted a hand to wave at him. Should I invite him over and ask if he was interested in the shop? Or would that be too weird? Before I could decide, the two men got into a blue car parked by the corner and drove off into the distance. Never to be seen again? For Drew's sake, I hoped so. Check these out. Hannah walked up to me and showed me some of the shots on her camera. I forced myself to pay attention to the small screen and made sounds of agreement, even though I couldn't tell the difference between the shots. I'll bring you the best in a couple of days, and we can discuss it if you want any alterations, she added. Thank you so much, Hannah. You're a lifesaver. She smiled. I can always use the work, and these will look lovely in my portfolio. As with the promotional cards I'd agreed to stock in the shop. My counter might not be prime real estate like Bosco's, but you never know when a visitor would be interested in beautiful professional photographs to remember their awesome vacations in Almeida. Drew thought it'd pollute my cozy, witchy branding if my counter became a mountain of leaflets. But then Drew didn't even wear the shop's cozy, witchy uniform, so what did she know? Try everything once, the results might surprise you, I murmured. Hannah's eyebrows crept up her forehead. Your shop's new slogan? My mouth fell open. Hannah, that's perfect. You came up with it, not me, she said with a laugh as I ran inside the shop. I waved her a belated goodbye through the shop's glass door, then climbed onto the shelf behind the counter to grab the small blackboard listing the day's specials. I wiped the top clean and grabbed the white and green chalks. You forgot to flip the open sign, chided one of the stools on the other side of the counter. Theodora Bagley, evilness incarnate and previous witch owner of the shop, come back to haunt me, literally. I'm not open yet. I bit my tongue as I used my best handwriting to cram, try everything once, it might surprise you, where the dull today's specials had been written. Truly, how had it not occurred to me before? Such a great way to remind people that one must try to be adventurous. What were you doing outside? The stool asked, like a suspicious teacher after a student was gone 30 minutes on a bathroom break. Taking photos for the shop's website. I wiped surprise and rewrote it with added swirls to match the font on the shop's logo. Much better. I never liked taking photos of the shop. It brings bad luck, you know. Bad luck is a self-defeating way of thinking. Besides, by bad luck, she probably meant flying under the radar. If I were a murderous dark witch living in a murder house, I would also try to keep a low profile. A witch's power came from their spirit and had natural limits. Herbs and certain potions and crystals could help focus that power, streamline it for a better spell. But its potency could never breach the witch's own limit. That went out the window when you added unwilling blood into the mix. Blood taken from an unwilling source twisted the magic. It opened spells to do things well beyond what should be possible. Bonus points if the blood came from another paranormal. Mages, shifters, demons, berserkers, and what have you. Dark magic was immoral, illegal, and forbidden. It hadn't stopped Bagley from running a dark magic business from this shop while alive, though. It also hadn't stopped her from trying to dark magic herself into surviving death. Now she was stuck in random objects in the shop, and I was stuck with her. Say, child, the devil spawn said in her grandmotherly voice. I was thinking it's rude not to mention me in that web page of yours. Well, it was rude of you to murder people in the upstairs bathroom. I put down the green chalk and surveyed my writing with a critical eye. It would do. It just needed some more swirls and a couple of pumpkins to give it that extra oomph. Maybe a witch hat. Bagley's cackle filled the shop. It was a cozy space big enough for a couple of tables, a shelf with merchandise on one side, and enough room for people to sit at the counter and converse. An archway covered by a bead curtain led into the back, where a small kitchen, a storage room, a tiny bathroom, and the stairs going to the living quarters on the second floor completed the floor plan. The advance of any scholarly pursuit requires sacrifices, dear, Bagley said.